That was one of the easiest games of the Eliminator I've ever played. I'm not even gonna lie to you. What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Welcome to some Forza Horizon 5, and I want to start off this video by apologizing with the way this video is gonna look. But I made this video very specifically, as you can see by the title and the thumbnail, to show you guys what I think is probably the most optimal way of playing Forza Horizon 5 if you're a competitive person. So, here's the thing. We've always had like a little inkling, and a lot of people have been obviously talking about the way this game actually plays, especially people that are into the competitive scene. There's different things that you can do to the game to make your car drive faster, to make your car handle better, just in general for you to be a more competitive person. And the funny thing is that the way to do it is by lowering graphic settings. And it's just the strangest thing to do. So that's why my game looks like this now. This event that I'm doing right now is part of the whole trial thing that I'm doing. I'm rank 4 now, so this is one of my last ones that I have to do. But I wanted to make this quick little video, and not on this, because I want to leave this in a second, and I kind of want to go and play the Eliminator, because that one will take... that game mode, specifically, I think will be the perfect example of being competitive with all these settings on, right? I feel like I can do it in Rivals and stuff like that, but you won't be able to really like see a difference. But in the Eliminator, I feel like you probably will be able to when I show you guys what I'm talking about. Even now, as I'm driving around, you can see basically everything through the trees. And it's the foot... I'm cutting too much. I'm not even doing this now. I've literally just woken up and I've started doing this. Dislike... No, I'm not going to dislike it. I've literally just woken up and I'm not doing that. I'm not sweating that one out. Not right now. Not for a video. But like I said, I wanted to try and maybe hop into the Eliminator. I'm going to show you guys the settings. Look at everything. It is horrendous to look at. Like, stuff just doesn't even, like, load in properly. This is vile looking. I think I've broken it. I think this just takes... Is it just not loading in, or is it... I just made it like this, I think. This is so bad to look at. I feel like you're just completely missing the point of playing the game like this, though, if you are playing the game like this. Maybe not this bad. Maybe like these little side roads. Maybe not this bad. It literally looks like a game that came out on like the PS2. This is what this game looks like right now. It's funny. There's no shadows. There's no textures in the road. I think I've probably taken it a little bit too far, but I'll show you guys my settings. So if I go over into video settings, as you can see, I've capped my frame rate to 60 FPS. And the reason for this is something that I realized like yesterday. You can actually literally go through objects if you're going fast enough, and if your frame rate is set lower. Yes, not even just like, you know, crashing into them and not slowing down as much. You can literally go through objects if they're small enough, if they're thin enough, and you're going at a high enough speed. For example, like the sign, if I was going fast enough, you can probably go straight through it and not even like break it, or it won't even affect your car. If you're doing this at a much higher frame rate, it will affect it 100%. Like I said, that event that you saw me do at the start of this video is the perfect example. I was playing that, and I could not get it for the life of me to get even close to what 251 miles an hour was. And it was because the actual, you know, video of the example of how to do it, you have to cut across a little bit to the left where that tree is, and then kind of hit the side markers on the side of the road, and then go through them, and then you just keep continuing. When I was playing at 240 FPS, right, or unlocked or whatever, but this is how my thing is set up usually, it makes the game a lot smoother, but you can also hit things a lot easier. So it generates more frames, right, more often. Whereas this, it generates less frames, less often, and it just feels like you're just driving through objects, and stuff just doesn't really slow you down. So that's why I think the Eliminator could be a really, really good example for that. Then if I go to my graphic settings, as you can see, everything is pretty much low or off. Shadows are completely off, because apparently this makes you drive faster. That is a thing, by the way. I'm not even just making this stuff up. This is stuff that's being tested. Apparently turning off shadows usually makes you drive faster. There's also specific things. I don't know if it's environment texture quality or environment geometry quality. One of them, I think, you're actually able to drive through water quicker as well. So all this sort of stuff just makes it so you just a much faster driver, a much better driver. Oh, the map finally loaded in. I don't know why it took so long, but there you go. Everything kind of finally loaded in now. But you can see in the distance how there's like so many gaps between the trees. right? So if you've watched any of my previous videos before, you know exactly how bad it is, especially at nighttime, to go through like trees when you're playing the Eliminator. But now when stuff just isn't loaded in, you don't have the foliage, the bushes are like less loaded in, you just have like kind of sticks sticking out of the ground really than anything else. It's so much easier to see. So this is what I was thinking. It's like, what if I try this in the Eliminator and then try to see if it's a lot better or a lot worse doing it like this. I want to see, because I've never like really attempted it properly like this, and just like I said, just to see how this works. I don't really know about driving the slower cars, but I think driving the faster cars, once you get to like the level, you know, 8 and 9s and maybe 10s, and you're doing like, you know, almost 200 miles an hour, if you can somehow squeeze like 200 miles an hour off-road, and you're hitting like bushes, but they're not like slowing you down, that is a big advantage. That is a massive advantage over people that are playing this game with a lot better systems, you know? So maybe this entire time, instead of me saying that I got worse than the Eliminator, I've just upgraded my PC and it runs the game a lot better. That's what's keeping me back. It's not. I'm still crap at this game, and people have gotten significantly better at the game. But I think that this is also something that could help you out a lot if you do end up doing stuff like this to your game. It makes it a lot worse looking, but it could be quite a lot more beneficial if you're trying to be very, very competitive, you know? So I want to try it, at least for one game. I want to try and see if it's a lot better or not. I mean, we still have to get lucky with drops and stuff like that, but apart from that, like the terrain just looks like you can just drive anywhere at speed. Like, it just doesn't look like there's stuff there, you know what I mean? That's crazy to me, the way that looks. I'm going to continue to spawn here. I think this point is still one of my favorite ones to spawn at. You're kind of like in the center of the map, and you can go pretty much anywhere from here. And there's a lot of spawn points all the way around you. I feel like they've kind of reduced the amount of drops that we've gotten. I feel like that's kind of how it is. So I can't really like just spawn somewhere else and be like, oh yeah, we're going to get drops here instead of just spawning over here, but it's just not going to happen. That's just not it. And then you just if it happens, it happens. That's pretty much how I think this works. I mean, the only reason why I'd get that Carrera is because it's a... yeah, it's just because of that. I also think manual clutch would probably be a massive jump up for me as well. If I can consistently play manual clutch, I think I could probably do really well at the Eliminator, especially with the lower end cars. The lower end cars, like stuff like this, change gears so much faster. Bro, this terrain looks so funny. Like, this is even the best car, but I'll take it anyway if it's gone. It's so funny looking. How is it so bad? Did they also like... I don't know if they patched the game. Oh my god, look at this. There's like barely anything here. This is crazy looking. How's it look? So people play like this. Like there's obviously people out there that actually play like this. I'm taking every drop. I don't even care. People come. Okay, I'm not taking this one. People coming around and... Mate, there's just nothing on the roads. This is... Or on the fields, even. Look at it. It's just an open field. This is insane looking. And nothing is slowing me down. You see the gaps between the trees so easy as well without shadows on. This is mental, man. I should have done this from earlier. What's this guy driving an Audi? This is mad looking. Like I said, if you've watched any of the previous videos, then you know exactly why this is crazy to me. Because the game just doesn't usually look like this. It looks a lot... I tried to kind of keep him there for a second though. Okay. I need to go up on the other side. I'm not gonna go up on this side. I don't know if this is the correct thing to do, but it seems like it to me, in my eyes. We'll see if stuff slows me down. Like, obviously stuff like this, that's placed very, very often, I think will end up slowing you down, but... like, this just looks insane to me. How there's just nothing here. Wow. That is probably one of the easiest looking races that I've ever done. It just doesn't feel like I've really raced. I've just driven into like open fields. It's ridiculous. It's probably a terrible place as well to race because it doesn't really show how good or bad the terrain actually is. As in, like, if we had like a final zone that ended up like in the jungle or something like that, right? That would make a lot more sense and you'll be able to see it a lot better. But right now I'm kind of just driving up a mountain, so of course this is going to be like not really full of like leaves and foliage and bushes and all that sort of stuff, so I really wish the final zone wouldn't shrink up here, so hopefully we can actually see a little bit better. But it's so empty, like looking at everything. There's just no rocks, there's nothing that's like kind of sticking out. Obviously they're not going to remove like hard objects like this. Like, this is stuff that will stay in the game constantly no matter what, like these rocks and stuff like that. But if you go in the higher detailed versions of this game, obviously, if you've watched it in the previous videos, you'll be able to see there's so much like crap everywhere. There's so much stuff everywhere all over the floor. Foliage and bushes and all that sort of stuff, and it's everywhere. So people of course are gonna be able to win with lower end PCs because they just don't see all that sort of stuff. You're trying to avoid it. You're trying to go around it and all that sort of stuff. You're trying to make it so it's as easy as I can't even speak. As easy for you as possible to try and make it across terrain. You know? Is this guy struggling to get up or what? Oh my god, I spotted. This looks nuts. Driving it like this, and there's just nothing in the way. Oh god, this slides a lot. That's okay. Come on. Change down the gears and keep going. I could have even stayed on the road, I think, and I would have been fine. I don't know why he doesn't come down a little bit more. He's staying like halfway up the... That's a rock. He's staying like halfway up the mountain, so there's like loads of stuff there in the way for him. I don't know why he doesn't come down a little bit more before he starts going across. Obviously you still have to avoid rocks like I did, but it's not going to be as difficult to do when you're halfway up the mountain. Oh god. Right. Oh my god. Bro, everything's so much clearer like this. It's jokes. See rocks. Trying to avoid them. Let's go this way a little bit. Try to land in a higher gear. That's another win. I mean, we're in the Baja area now, so... Apart from this area here, I don't think there's really a lot of bushes or anything like that. Not taking that. What else we got here? Anything else interesting? Exoset? I'll take an exoset. I'm gonna go the north side of this place. I think there's a lot of stuff in the way. Just avoid the jumps and that. So down for that. Nice and easy, nice and easy. Damn, Exoset is actually sick for this. It's so much easier to see things. Like, it's so much easier to drive through objects. Like, bushes and all that stuff, you just see everything. Like, you don't have to worry about crashing into stuff, because you just see it from so far away. It is mad. I'm thinking the MG. This is so easy. I don't get it. I stayed quiet there for a second because I was kind of concentrating to try not to lose to this guy. This is just too easy. I should play like the game like this from now on, honestly. Whenever I'm doing anything like crazy or competitive, just play the game like this. Like, literally, what is the point of trying it in any other way? I don't know what this guy's driving, but I think he's driving something fast. If he wants to keep it. Oh, I'm staring at the minimap. Oh, we have another guy there. He's in the next set, I think. Oh, no, he's in the Nomad. Same run up. Same everything. It's crazy. That is crazy. It's just easy. There's no way I crash like this as well. I could stay in this car now for the rest of this. I feel so confident going into races. Like, it, I don't know if I can explain it. But it just, I feel so confident hopping into like racing events and then being like, I know I can beat this guy because I see everything. It's such a weird thing to say, but like it just feels like it. Area is shrinking in about 20 seconds as well, so. Wait, what? Did he take the drop? That was a very weird challenge. I challenged him. It made the click, but he took the drop. Okay. Might as well just stay in this car now at the end. It's even this was funny, like, just driving over sand dunes. I don't know why this guy's coming over here to try and race me. We're gonna get in the thing. Bye bye. If you want it. Okay, I'll stop. I just tried teasing him a little bit, you know what I mean? Hello. Imagine though, I made it there, and he didn't. Come on, car. You're doing great. There's still a lot of crap in the way, but it's just so easy to avoid. That was one of the easiest games of the Eliminator I've ever played. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, how many eliminations did I get as well in that game? 5. I'm telling you, like, this makes an enormous difference. And I feel like I've proved it so well just by playing that. I feel like the 60 FPS is kind of, if you played on a really high refresh rate monitor and you've played it for a long time like I did. I mean, I've been playing on 144 for many years now. And then now I recently switched to 240, and it's just also like mental to play on. So if you're going back down and playing to like 60, it's kind of like going from 60 to 30 in my eyes. So if you've experienced 60 and then you go back to 30, you're like, oh my god, this is a massive difference. It's playable, but it's a massive difference. That's how this feels to me when you played on a really high refresh rate monitor. But just going around and you can see through all the textures, you can see rocks and like trees and big things in the distance so much easier. It actually makes a world of difference. I feel like I can go back and play the Eliminator and win every single game like this. It's just crazy. It literally just comes down to my driving at that point. It's like, don't, you know, try to like keep it in a straight line pretty much, and that's kind of it. Like, I don't even know how to explain it, but like, just drive better. I guess that's the only thing that I really have to worry about. Apart from that, the world is kind of just open to you. So easy to see everything. Try this out for yourselves if you play on a PC. I think it'll make a world of difference. Even in rival events, it'll make a world of difference. If you're a big rival nerd, again, like I said, you can cut a lot more, so you can go through objects if you're going a high enough speed. So it's pretty mad as well how you can just do that. That's pretty much it for me. Thank you for watching, everybody. I feel like this video kind of explains itself, but yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.